This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. Starting off, today is Indigenous Peoples Day.
In 2019, Governor Mills signed into law LD 179, an act to replace Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day. In a release from her office, Governor Mills said, quote, "Today our state honors the earliest stewards of the land we are fortunate to call home. For thousands of years, the Indigenous peoples of Maine have shaped the character and identity of Maine. While we have made progress on the challenges we share over these past 4 years, I believe this progress should represent the beginning and not the end of our work. Today, we recognize the contributions of the Wabanaki people to the fabric of Maine, and we recommit to making progress on behalf of our children and grandchildren," end quote.
We set out to see how people are celebrating this Indigenous Peoples Day. Our AJ Douglas found a family embracing the holiday in an inspiring way.
Indigenous Peoples Day celebrates and honors Native American people by paying tribute to their history and culture. Milford resident Manny Olivas celebrated his own Apache heritage by rolling up his sleeves with 2 of his 9 children to fix up their new family business, featuring thrift and collectible items. Olivas and his daughter spoke on how the values of what's known as Indigenous Peoples Day and the significance of America being a land of opportunity for all.
It means new beginnings. Obviously, people back in Columbus's day, they're looking for new lands for a reason. Kind of like the thrift store is for us. It's a new beginning for us as a family.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this, so we're going to learn a lot.
Learning that they came here and they might have been afraid doing it, but they did it anyway to build a new place.
Olivas says he and his family struggled during the pandemic after he tested positive for COVID-19 while living with fibroid cancer. Olivas was forced to take time off work, and unfortunately, due to long COVID-19 symptoms, he was never allowed to return back to work.
When you hear that word cancer, you just don't know what to do with it. But thankfully, by the grace of God, it's gone, and I'm a stronger person for it.
The father of 9 says he hopes to teach his children to acknowledge their Apache roots, not just during the holiday, but all year round.
Even though the day is a holiday, it's great. But we try our best to live every day that way.
Frugal Manor and Cartastic Collectibles are set to open October 13th in Old Town. AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
And today, in honor of Indigenous Peoples Day, multiple organizations released reports to measure progress and identify opportunities to overcome existing barriers. The Wabanaki Studies Law was implemented in 2001, requiring Maine schools teach Native American history and culture. In honor of Indigenous Peoples Day, organizations like ACLU of Maine, Wabanaki Alliance, and the Maine Indian Tribal State Commission gathered to analyze how the legislation has been implemented and where new opportunities lie. Penobscot Nation Ambassador Mullian Dana says educating Mainers about Wabanaki territories, along with their cultural and economic systems, helps establish societal unity.
In order to live nicely, I think, and in full understanding with our neighbors, it's good for everyone to know about our history and our modern day struggles and triumphs. And it's just really great to be able to inform our neighbors and friends here in the state.
Well, Dana says tribal members are still fighting to amend the Maine Indian Claims Settlement Act of 1980 to recognize the sovereignty of Maine tribes.
Holidays like today bring an economic boost to Maine's tourism industry. Our Matthew Dronsick has more from Bar Harbor.
Whether it's Indigenous Peoples Day, the 4th of July, or Labor Day, one thing remains constant on these holidays for Maine. Expect there to be a crowd. It's especially true during fall holidays, when tourists flock to towns like Bar Harbor and the surrounding area for one reason.
We came on a cruise, and this is our first time in the area, and we wanted to come and see the fall foliage and see the natural park.
We actually came to see all the colors, and this is our this was on my bucket list. We took the motorhome out here, so we just did Acadia, and then we're heading down the coast for a little bit.
It's fall, and the colors, we've never ever been here, so.
The uptick in visitors was something that the town in Acadia National Park expected, with boatloads and carloads of people coming to experience these areas during the fall. Acadia National Park had predicted big crowds and advised visitors to plan accordingly, mentioning long lines and arriving with a backup plan in case parking spaces are scarce. Even with Monday being a well-known holiday, tourists came to Bar Harbor and surrounding areas for their own reasons.
It was a great time to take it, time off, so it was perfect for us.
Came up for a girls' trip for a few days, had a great time. It's an adorable, quaint little town.
I looked on the website and it said the best time for color is right now.
We've retired and we finally have time in the fall to come.
Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
And the colors are absolutely spectacular right now. Not as much turning in southern Maine. I was there over the weekend. You're definitely seeing color, but not nearly what you're seeing here. It's just breathtaking. It really is.
I was actually excited to get out this weekend and run the chores that I had to do and explore different areas, because just the drive is an experience.
Yeah, you just take a drive anywhere, and it's just beauty everywhere.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Alrighty, well, with a little bit more on what we can expect weather-wise, let's take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you. Happy Monday. Your first weather is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC. And okay, we have lots of weather to talk about today. First off, low temperatures this morning hanging out below freezing, 29 here in Bangor, also for Millinocket. Tonight will be as cold as we have lots of cool air around, but we recovered nicely today, back up near 50. Still a bit cool though, I know, but warmer temperatures are on the way. Also on the way, another freeze for us tonight, likely low temperatures down near 30 again. If you have sensitive plants, make sure you bring them inside because they will not like the freeze warning in effect for us tonight, with low temperatures down upper 20s to low 30s. All right, some cloud cover out there now. We'll get out of here this evening. No rain or snow with this. And tomorrow, a very nice day once again. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies and cold with low temperatures down near 30. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter.
More on that to come.
Absolutely.
And in the meantime, coming up on ABC7 News at 6, Maine's firefighters spread awareness and education during Fire Prevention Month.
And local organizations shine a light on their dedicated volunteers. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC7 News at 6 continues.
Mainers took Jared Golden at his word, but he just broke his promise. Golden was a deciding vote for Biden's newest spending bill, even though he knew reckless spending would make inflation worse and everything more expensive. What's worse? Golden and Biden hiked taxes $1 billion on those making less than $50,000. Jared Golden, independent when convenient, liberal when it mattered. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Wings, Wings, Wings is hiring, hiring, hiring.
Come work at Wings, Wings, Wings.
Wings is #1.
Wings does case management.
Bring hope to families by working at
Wings, Wings, Wings.
I work at Wings.
I work at Wings.
Come work at Wings.
Wings, Wings, Wings. Ranked one of the best places to work in Maine for the last 5 years in a row.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need tractors rated #1 in durability and owner experience so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 48 months, plus save up to $1,100.
Joe Biden and Janet Mills are working together to crush Maine families with rising costs. Mills and Democrats' radical plan targeting gas and home heating fuel will raise Maine's gas tax by up to 40 cents a gallon. And Mills' new tax on food and household essentials will increase monthly grocery bills by nearly $60. End the Biden-Mills crush on Maine families. Stop Janet Mills. The top funder of Maine Families First is Thomas Klingenstein.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, Maine nonprofits rely heavily on volunteers in order to keep the doors open and organizations running. Our Jody Hersey has more.
It needs an army to run this place, tour guides and our veteran interviews and everything, and even littlest things to dusting. It takes so much time, and if we had to pay every single person to do that, we wouldn't be able to help the people of Maine.
The Coal Land Transportation Museum is one of many nonprofits that rely on the time and talent of volunteers in order to operate. For other organizations like Avian Haven in Freedom, which rescues and rehabilitates injured birds, volunteers are often the difference between life and death for an animal in need.
Where we desperately need more transporters. We get calls all the time from up in the county, from down east, and it's really hard. We just have a handful of really dedicated drivers there, but we really need more of those transporters.
Like Avian Haven, the Maine troop greeters could always use some extra hands.
Yes, we would love some people in the younger generation to kind of get some of the knowledge from our older greeters, our more experienced greeters, to hear their stories, to sit down and greet these troops and kind of understand why we all do this.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, individuals between the ages of 35 and 54 are most likely to volunteer. The Bangor Humane Society is fortunate to have a large number of volunteers who serve as dog walkers, kennel cleaners, and so much more.
They're essential to our day-to-day lives here at the Bangor Humane Society. We currently have closer to 100 volunteers, not including our foster care.
Nonprofits say they could always use more help.
They're never too old or too young to volunteer. Our youngest volunteer, being 9 years old, is just remarkable to show that, even our kids get it.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Well, October is Fire Prevention Month. Fire departments across Maine are visiting area schools to remind students to have an escape plan and meeting place outside their home in the event of a fire. Fire departments are also encouraging all residents that it's a great time of year to test your smoke detectors and change the batteries if necessary.
Smoke detectors do have a life expectancy, so I strongly encourage everybody to read on their package when they get them, because they vary in life expectancies depending on what brand you get. It's that time of year when everybody starts burning wood. Get your chimneys checked and do it before you start burning.
Fire Chief Herb Cronum says that the Searsport Fire Department does have a limited supply of smoke detectors and replacement batteries for residents who may need some.
And crowds gathered in Searsport over the weekend for the town's annual Fling into Fall event. The two-day event celebrates the change in seasons with a parade, music, craft fair, fireworks, and even a car show. 58 classic cars were at this year's show at Searsport High School, with all proceeds going to the Searsport Fire Department's Barney Hose Fund.
So all the money from this show goes straight back to buying new gear for the fire department, for the members, helping families at Christmas time. So it's all for good reasons.
Well, awards were given to the 30 cars with the most votes, as well as People's Choice and Best in Show.
Some real classic beauties
there. Some dandies there.
Yeah, really cool to get a look back. Anytime we have a car show up here, it's awesome just to take a look back in history.
I'm not very knowledgeable in the area of cars, but I do enjoy car shows and looking at all the classics. I definitely have sort of a pedestrian appreciation for them.
I think I'm right there with you.
Yeah, alrighty.
Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6. People gathered at Ellsworth High School to raise awareness for those battling a rare disease.
And in sports, Maine football coach Jordan Stevens earned his first win as a head coach over the weekend. Find out what he had to say as the team looks to make a run. Well, that story right after the break.
You can always tell where Bruce Poliquin's been, hanging around Washington politicians and the special interests that fund their campaigns, like big oil and drug and insurance companies. Poliquin leaves a bit of Washington everywhere because he's covered in it, supporting special tax breaks for big corporations and more government spending. No matter where you see Bruce Poliquin, you know he's always heading back to the swamp. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
I have a great job. I get up early, head on out, and I get to work. I install solar panels. They power our homes and give me a great paycheck. When Paul LePage was governor, he opposed projects like this, putting Maine last for solar jobs in New England. He even said that climate change wasn't a threat to Maine. Look, we need more of these jobs, and that won't happen if we go back to Paul LePage.
The top funder of Better Maine is the Democratic Governors Association.
When it comes to finding the right health insurance for your small business, it can feel like you're the only one looking out for the well-being of your team. But when you partner with a nonprofit health insurer who not only understands your needs as a business owner, but puts your people over their profits, it allows your business to keep doing what it does best. With a team who can take comfort in knowing they're cared for, people over profits. Now that's a novel idea. Get a quote from your broker or visit healthoptions.org.
Don't be scared to buy a boat this season at Hamlin's Marine on the Belfast waterfront. Starting October 18th and running through Halloween, this is your ticket to the best boat deals completely scare-free. Featuring all-in-stock boat packages, outboards, boats, and trailers 15 to 25% off. Spooky good deals. At Hamlin's Marine, we are powered by Yamaha Outboard, and we have more than 20 boat packages on display, with easy loader trailers too. Stop into the Belfast waterfront and don't be scared to buy a boat at Hamlin's Marine.
Seniors know a scam when they see one, like Bruce Poliquin.
My heart is breaking for our seniors in Maine.
He says he'll help Maine seniors, but the last time Poliquin was in Congress, he voted to cut $500 billion from Medicare, and he supports raising the retirement age for Social Security. Maine seniors can trust Jared Golden. Jared stood up to both parties to protect Social Security and Medicare.
I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message because Maine seniors earned their retirement.
We know your life is busy. You have a lot to do. And like you, the news doesn't stop. So when you are ready for us, we'll be ready for you. WVII.com.
Happy Monday. Welcome back in. Thank you for staying with us. Over the weekend, Maine football went down to Hampton University in Virginia and picked up their first win of the season and Coach Jordan Stevens' first career win as well. The Black Bears won the back-and-forth matchup against the Pirates, and it was a big day for the O-line in the ground game, posting over 230 rushing yards. Both running backs punched one in for their first rushing scores of the year as well. Maine trailed by 7 heading into that fourth quarter, but they scored 14 unanswered points in that period, both touchdowns coming from Freddie Brock, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, and then just with seconds left on the clock, the Black Hole picked up their 3rd interception of the day from Austin Ambush inside the Hampton end zone to seal the deal.
Our team, coaches, players, support staff, the whole program really been grinding out the past 5 weeks, going out to New Mexico, coming back here, and then going down to BC, and we felt like we're making progress, but just weren't getting the results we want, and so really happy for everyone in the program to get the win.
Over to high school sports now, and in Herman, soccer doubleheader today for the Hawks. We will check in with the boys team. Ponies from Foxcroft Academy are coming down, looking to take a road win over the Hawks. First half here, Foxcroft is going to have a chance early on, but then the diving save from Connor Miservi, putting his body in front, sacrificing it for the ball. Hawks with a chance now. It's Alex Rios-Mallet on the free kick. Colby Euler's going to come on with the header. That one is just too high. Here are the Ponies on offense again. Kyle Jankunos with the shot. Miservi with the save again. And he'd get some help from the defense too there. Eventually we would see some goals though. This one from Fernando de Avila Oliveira. He is pumped about it too. Gives his team a 1-0 lead. And the Ponies would go on to win this one. 2-1 is the final. A great game there. Let's go back to football now, and we'll head down to Foxboro. Patriots also picking up a win this weekend, taking down the Lions at home to improve to 2-3. And Bailey Zappi picked up his first win in the NFL in his first career start in the NFL. The rookie going 17 for 21 with 188 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. But it was a great win overall for the team. They posted a shutout on the Lions, who's held the NFL's highest-rated offense coming into the game. Ramondre Stevenson had a big day, running for over 160 yards. Defense picked up a score as well right here. We'll have an update on the whole quarterback situation, whether Mac Jones will play this week or not, on Wednesday. But for now, it's been a lot of fun to see Zappi sling it in place of Mac Jones these past few weeks.
I felt comfortable in almost really everything. Getting another week under my belt, being able to practice those guys before and after practice, during practice, taking those reps with those guys. To be honest, I couldn't really pick out one distinct thing, but I think really I felt more comfortable with really everything. And, having my teammates around me, they helped me a lot this week as well and this Sunday.
I feel like he did a great job, honestly. And that's just not a testament to him, but that's a testament to the coaches, the team. You know what I mean? That's a group effort, and he went out there and did the best that he could, and we just had to make sure we protected him, ran the ball well, caught the ball.
Last time Patriots posted a big shutout like that, third-string quarterback Jacoby Brissett was getting his first career start. Kind of coincidence right there. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's your full 5-day forecast.
All right, Tyler, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Chevrolet. Come see what the Varney value is all about. And we are all about temperatures hanging out in the 20s this morning. A bit cool, right? We'll do it all over again tonight and tomorrow. We'll have high temperatures back up near 50 once again. All right, so today, though, 48 here in Bangor, 51 for Millinocket, 51 for Bar Harbor. It will take it, but these are slightly below average, as you know, but hold on, warmer temperatures are on the way as soon as tomorrow afternoon. So going forward, low temperatures tonight down near 30 again, a hard frost and freeze this evening, followed by tomorrow a pretty good recovery once again, back up near 50 to 55 throughout the afternoon, and even warmer temperatures get in here for Wednesday into Thursday. Okay, so there is a hard freeze likely again tonight, so if you have sensitive plants outside or plants you still love, make sure you bring them inside this evening. They will not like the cold temperatures out there tonight. And here's the government saying, hey, take it easy out there tonight. Likely a hard freeze and frost across our region once again this evening. Okay, so going forward, we have cooler temperatures tonight and again for tomorrow evening, but overall a general warming trend is on the way as we hike up temperatures back up in the 60s probably Wednesday into Thursday. Okay, but the wind right now is out of basically the west around 3 to 5 miles per hour. This will likely go calm for a couple hours again tonight. That could mean some dense fog again by early parts of tomorrow morning, but it's given us scenes like this, as you know. Not much wind so far this fall, keeping the leaves in the trees, and it's just beautiful out there as we near peak across our region. Okay, so going forward, lots of cloud cover out there now will fall apart tonight. Now tomorrow, we have lots of clear skies on the way. This cooler, drier Canadian air is coming in. We have a couple of nice days on the way. In fact, there's no real rain and or snow in the forecast for us in the forecast anytime soon, as there's lots of high pressure building in, and that will give us some good weather for at least a few more days around here. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies. Some frost is likely. Look for low temperatures down near 29 with that frost and hard freeze tonight and that calm wind by tomorrow morning. Now, for tomorrow, it's Tuesday already. Look at this. So mostly sunny skies tomorrow after the fog burns off tomorrow morning. High temperatures up near 60, meaning much of tomorrow spent in the 50s. We'll take it, though, with a west breeze around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story here, right? 60 tomorrow, but then look what happens. Wednesday, 65. Same thing for us on Thursday. Mostly cloudy skies getting in here on Thursday. Then a cold front approaches for us on Friday. We're talking about 63, and likely some cooler temperatures getting in here next weekend. Beth and Peter.
Oh, right. So some very fall-like seasonal temperatures
Yeah,
out there.
for sure.
Yeah, we like that, and a little bit of rain sprinkled in too.
Yeah, we're getting into the 60s during the day, so that's cool, literally.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, plenty of sunshine still, so that just sounds awesome.
Yeah, all right. No snow yet to report.
I can't believe you even said that out loud.
Sorry.
Ugh, spoiler.
All right, well, there's more to come after the break, so stay with us.
Janet Mills's education department was teaching kindergartners radical transgender policies. Now it's pushing a curriculum telling students they're racist if they use certain terms. All lives matter, mass incarceration, calling the police on black people, all racist. Janet Mills closed our schools and our kids fell behind. And now she's pushing her radical education agenda. No more politics in schools, no more Janet Mills. The top funder of the Maine Republican Party is the Republican Governors Association.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration. Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
If you were hurt because of exposure to the toxic water at Camp Lejeune, Congress has made it possible for you to recover a settlement. Former Marine attorney James Beardsley wants to help you.
Call now to see if you qualify. Call 222-2222.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
I'm Bruce Poliquin, and I approve this message.
I've been lobster fishing for over 25 years. These out-of-state groups that are funding Jared Golden, they're hurting us here in Maine, and Jared Golden isn't doing anything to stop them. There's the Jared Golden you see on TV, and then there's the Jared Golden that votes in Congress. He's so focused on getting elected that he's lost touch with what matters here in Maine, and we need someone to fight for us. Unless he leaves his party, there's no way Jared Golden can do anything to help Maine. I don't think Jared Golden's a bad guy, but he isn't a good congressman.
With so much at stake, so much on the line, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 most watched newscast across all of television.
Welcome back. Well, if you live in the Orland area, a local farmer named Sonny Atwood could use your help. This beautiful cow and 3 of its friends got spooked a little over a week ago. They are now on an adventure, but Sonny wants them home. They were last seen around Cedar Swamp Road in Orland. It's believed they took a swim in Alamoosuk Lake and then were spotted on Old Route 1. They could now be hanging out in the woods and just need to be found. So if you see them, please get in touch with authorities so that they can help reunite the wayward cows with the Atwoods.
Sooner rather than later, indeed. Well, Mainers are raising awareness of a rare disease that affects tens of thousands of Americans. Our Devin Dagnall has the story.
It's not easy. It's not easy for the victim going through it, and it's not easy for the family to watch.
The Maine affiliate for the Huntington's Disease Society of Americas hosted the Team Hope Walk at Ellsworth High School. According to Nancy Patterson, the Maine affiliate chair for HDSA, the event was to raise funds for the HDSA programs and to raise awareness about the fatal genetic disease.
The Huntington's Disease Society of America is there for support, for education. There are a lot of publications and webinars for physicians and anyone who's involved in the care of a person who has Huntington's disease.
According to the HDSA, it is approximated that 41,000 people in the United States have Huntington's disease, and even more family members are affected by it. Lori Wilcox, who describes herself as the voice of her brother DJ who is fighting the disease, says it's like Alzheimer's, MS, ALS, and Parkinson's all wrapped into one.
It's like you're just watching him deteriorate and you can't stop it. You can't help him. There's nothing we can do. That's why it's very important to do the walk, to do the Walk for Hope, to donate what you can, even donating your time.
Lisa Ashford, a woman who has been diagnosed with Huntington's disease, says one of the best things people can do is show their support by educating themselves and attending events like the Hope Walk.
It's awesome to see this many people. And I was actually able to have a best friend and my son and his wife here today with us. But seeing everybody turn out it's fabulous.
To learn more about Huntington's disease or any fundraisers in your area, visit hdsa.org. In Ellsworth, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Always good to see people coming together to rally for a cause like that.
Yeah.
Going back a little bit, though, really hoping that those cows are found safe. Definitely a cutie there. I don't know. Is that a young cow? It looked like one. I couldn't really tell.
I mean, it kind of looked similar to what a Scottish Highland heifer, I think, is one of the breeds or species. So it definitely wasn't your normal run-of-the-mill black and white.
Right.
I
like the
cow.
hair. It was a good style for it. Yeah. I might try that out. No.
That's what you took from that story, is that you liked his hair.
Yeah. Might have to take some style points.
Style points. Well, yeah, and in any case, we do hope that they're found safely.
Of course.
And congratulations to Coach Stevens from UMaine Football on that win.
Big
Great
win.
news there. Hopefully more of that to come.
Yeah, and homecoming weekend coming right up as well. So,
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's going to do it for us. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Have a great night, everybody.